Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades and welcome back. And what are we getting back into? I am back with Love is Blind UK. I am back with the rest of the episodes. I am so sorry that I've been missing in action. As you can hear from my voice, I haven't been too well, and I've also been really busy with work, so life was lifing. And now I've just managed to get the time before I go away for a week, yay, to get these videos out for you. So be prepared for my review, my breakdown, my reaction, because literally I have just been watching these videos. Okay, so episode 10 was See You at the Altar. But before we get into this episode of Love is Blind UK, as I always ask, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button so you know I'm doing videos. Please comment, like, share and do all the good things that you do, because yes, I am on the road to 1k. All right, my people. So we know this episode was about the stag and the hen do's. I'm just wondering what's going to be throwing down in these kind of bollocks, rubbish, whatever you want to call it, because I think this is where all the doubts start to come to the forefront for everybody, because people are going to start to get their proverbial cold feet, as you know what I'm saying. So some of the friends come back for the hen do, the ones that actually came and saw the girls get their dresses and the guys to be suited and booted. Catherine basically tells her friends that her mum and dad absolutely love Freddie. Jasmine wanted basically wants a family, and Bobby has everything. Jasmine talks about how her mum was and the fact that she's got to put in these boundaries with her mum. I'm just like, we'll have to believe that when we see it, because the way in which Jasmine's mum behaved the whole previous episode when she met with Bobby, as I already said, it was like this man came and encroached on her space, her time, her everything with her daughter, basically, and she didn't like that. She was jealous. So I don't know how Jasmine is going to be able to put in boundaries with her mum if that's how this woman is going to carry on at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it seems like Jasmine has allowed her mum to be front and center in everything that she does, everything that she goes through, which isn't always kind of a bad thing. But sometimes when you're going to carve space for yourself to start a new relationship, and you're actually, this man is showing you beyond a shadow of a doubt how he's going to treat you, and you really love him, then the issues are going to creep in with mama. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know how she's going to separate herself with her marriage, her relationship, if that's what she wants with Bobby, away from her mum, and her mum not to get so inner as you see some of these in-laws act with their people. So basically Sabrina started ugly crying up the place. She didn't wear no waterproof makeup at all, let's just put it that way. All I kept on thinking was, hold on a minute, ain't hen do's meant to be fun? So where's the fun? Where's the fun? Don't need no drama. Just give us the fun, do you know what I mean? So Demi was right in when she said that she hadn't met Ollie's family. I thought that was odd, because at the end of the day, Ollie had met all the people that were important to Demi, and I realised that actually Demi had met nobody of Ollie's family. So how is she going to get a gauge on who Ollie is, basically? Because you literally find out who that person is after you've met their family and their friends, and she didn't meet any of Ollie's. So that was kind of weird. So basically Demi is talking about how she would love a marriage like her parents, because at the end of the day, her parents have been together for 9 years basically, and they met when they were young. And this is what I mean. Yeah, it's a good role model to have when you see your parents, but as kids, we don't know the trials and tribulations that our elders go through when they stay together for so long. Those kinds, sometimes trials and tribulations, are hidden from us as kids. So we end up growing up and romanticizing their relationship, thinking we want something as that. And I'm just like, your pops and your mum probably went through a whole load of shit to get where they're at and be able to make that work. So you do see the lads having fun. And basically Jasmine decides she's gonna call Bobby. I was like, okay, This girl already drunk dialing her man. And then she ends up telling Bobby about how they've got strippers, and I'm like, it weren't even a stripper. It was an aerial performer, love. Like, it seriously wasn't a stripper. But the funniest thing was she just rather drunk called Bobby to just say nothing, really, to say nothing. So Ali is basically saying to his friends that he is missing Demi, and basically he knows that he's enough for her, and it's just like there's nothing missing out on the blueprint in terms of taking your time and building that foundation in getting to know someone at the end of the day. Tom is basically scared, and he says at the moment that him and Maria are the best that they've ever been. And I'm just wondering to myself, are they actually being realistic when they talk about their counterparts? Because at the end of the day, this is going to be a hard decision for anybody. I mean, you're really in the space of a couple of months getting to know these people, and then you're gonna go up in an altar in front of their friends and family, God and everybody, and say yay or nay. And this is what I mean. People are so set on that yes that they don't honestly prepare themselves for a no if it is going to be a no. And Catherine says that if she thinks she's going to get a no, she will not walk down the aisle. I thought, my girl, you ain't going to know until the day. At the end of the day, Freddie is literally giving you what you want at this moment in time. I can already see that Freddie is going to say no to this girl. Like, the signs are there, but if Catherine chooses to ignore them, then that is on her. She will have no choice but to walk down that aisle on that day, because she is not going to know whether this guy is going to say yay or nay anyway. So even if she believes that it might be a no, then stay. Don't bother turning up. Stay yourself in the room. Don't turn up at all. But you know she's going to turn up. She's going to turn up. So it then comes to the separation before the wedding, and all of the dates are starting to set in, because now they're going to be out of that bubble, away from each other and on their own for 3 days with their people. So Freddie decided to make a gesture to Catherine. He left her a small card and note in her suitcase and said that he will always be with her. So she was completely reassured by that. So now Catherine seems, on the flip side now, that she's more invested in Freddie than Freddie may be invested in her at this moment in time, because Freddie is definitely not sure. Definitely not sure at all. So you see, it's Stephen and Sabrina's big day, and basically Sabrina's talking about how it's a battle on the heart and mind for her right now. It's basically all of their weddings were set in a gorgeous setting, country manner, where I would love my wedding to take place if I ever did get married, to be honest with you. So Stephen's parents come. Sabrina looked absolutely gorgeous. Ain't gonna lie, she looked pretty as a damn picture. So basically she said that she's ready to get married. And I was like, oh, you're in your damn wedding dress now, so you know, you better make that decision now about, am I ready to get married, mate? You're already there. You're already there. It's about, you gotta make your choice now, or forever hold your ass peace at the end of the day. So Sabrina's brother walked her down the aisle, and when we get to the first look, Stephen did smile and he had a little tear in his eyes. It wasn't like any grand, oh my God, she's gorgeous, type thing. No, it was just a kind of turn and a smile, and that was it kind of thing. So you see, as they're standing at the aisle, Sabrina just keeps on looking back at her mum. And I'm just like, Stephen has not broken eye contact with this girl whatsoever. So Stephen's speech, I have to say, was good. I did have a little bit of a tear in my eye when I heard Stephen's speech. Okay, Sabrina's was good too. They both did kind of make me cry, and I was kind of like, so is it going to be a I do? I felt strongly after they've spoken and everything like that these two were going to say yes to each other, and they do. So, you know, we have our first married couple in Stephen and Sabrina, and they do look good together. Let's just put it that way. The real test comes when they have to make this marriage work. It's all well and good having your wedding day, getting into those all emotions, all those good things, saying yes, having your party, but the test of time comes when all of that is done and dusted. Now you're living together as man and wife, you have to make this shit work. And we'll see how that works out by the time we get to the reunion, because it would be like a year later by the time we get to the reunion, to be fair. So Maria and Tom's wedding day comes up. Maria is basically seeing Tom as her best friend. Tom is nervous, hella nervous, because he says there's a lot going through his mind. He talks about how Maria loves him unconditionally, and basically waxes poetic about how Maria loves him very much. And I was just like, there wasn't necessarily anything from him at all to say what it is that he felt about Maria in that sense. He talks about the challenges that they do have to overcome. Basically, he wants to work hard and be ambitious. I think, as I already said, the situations with the culture clash and Maria's background being Muslim and Moroccan is literally going to put pay to their relationship. I really do think that's why, because I don't think Tom is ready for something like that at all. He wants something easy, smooth and easy going. Basically, he doesn't want to have to deal with other things that he has to think about that are completely different to how he sees and values the world at the end of the day. So Tom's mum, of course, didn't turn up. I was just like, I mean, you know, I don't know what the issue is with her, but all I just kept thinking, it's your child's biggest day. Even if he doesn't say I do, it's non-plus. You've still got to be there for your son's day, and if he says I do, then you've literally missed out on your son getting married at the end of the day. But hey ho, not much you can do now, is that? So Maria is feeling like really emotional, which is to be expected. I mean, it's a big decision day, it's commitment day. So Maria does, like, she's very assured that she will see herself leaving with Tom. I have a feeling he's going to say no. I had that feeling he was going to say no to this girl, because he wasn't giving me confidence. He wasn't giving me what Maria was giving me at the end of the day. So Maria's mum, lovely woman that she is, Fatima, goes to see Tom, and she literally offers him her support because she knew that his mum wasn't there. So she wanted to be there as a motherly figure for him, and he really took that on board. And I thought, my guy, if you now go up in the front of that damn place, in front of her mother, after she's done that grand gesture for you, and you say no, shame and dishonor upon you, Tom. That's all I'm gonna say. Shame and dishonor upon you. So Maria looks absolutely beautiful in her dress, and Maria walks down with her brother. Even with the first look, again, Tom was not emotional as I thought he would be. Maria's mom cried buckets, absolutely buckets. Tom said his vows. It was a bit meh, but that's just Tom. Maria's was good, but still a bit meh. And I think, well, that's just Maria. They just both stayed with each other at the end of the day. So Tom turns around, and when it comes to the time of whether you're going to say I do or not, as soon as the person pauses for so long and then turns around and says, I love you, yeah, you know what's coming. You know there ain't going to be an I do. So steel yourself, gird yourself to hear that I don't want to get married to you. Okay, so Tom turned around to Maria and says, I love you. I just feel that right now is not the right time for me. I just thought, thank God they did not ask Maria first, because Maria was all ready to say yes to this man. Let's just put it that way. He saved her a little bit from total embarrassment of putting herself out there first to get a knockback. I mean, he did use, as I said, he would use the values issue as the reason as to why he wouldn't be able to marry her, because he feels that they're so far apart from each other. Let's just put it this way. When he said no, the camera panned to Maria's family, and her sister, her brother, and her mother looked as if to say, the fuck you say? Like, they were shocked, because they were really, really, really ready for this man that was going to say yes. And this is what I mean. Don't play in people's families' faces in the way that you do if you know that by the time you get up to that altar thing, you are not going to say yes to this person. Like, seriously. And let's just say Maria was devastated. Absolutely devastated. Maria's mother and sister were like, really, my guy, you got her here to say that, to just say that and then don't follow through. Especially as her mother came to you before the wedding to say, call me mum. Do you know what that means for Maria's mother in their culture? You literally broke that woman's heart. Like Tom literally broke Maria's mum's heart. I know, because everybody knows the concept of the show, but yeah, I would think to be in it and to get a no like that would be absolutely brutal. So then Tom kisses her hand and then leaves. So it's kind of like, once you said no and you leave, you're the only one that's leaving, and then the other person who you said no to is just literally stood there looking like a spare penny, looking like an absolute spare penny in front of everybody, man. It's embarrassing. So Miria basically said in her VC that she was ready to say yes to Tom, and she basically didn't get the ending that she wanted, but she understood it because it wasn't the right time for them. But there was nothing necessarily really like with other ones that we've watched where they were saying, oh, it's not over for them, da 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 da. Whereas with Tom and Maria, there wasn't any of that at all. So basically, Tommy's talking about how that if him and Maria had gone down the road of having children, if we had a boy, Maria would potentially teach him to pay for things all the time when he would be dating for the first time, which he didn't think was right. He wants to grow his girl up, not expecting a man to pay for everything. I want her to be strong and independent woman that can contribute for herself. But this is where I would say that was a bit of a cop-out, because you can actually work on those parenting styles, because even though Maria says what she would like doesn't necessarily mean that she would impose that upon her children at the end of the day, because her upbringing in terms of her culture and everything like that, although she values what her family have taught her, doesn't necessarily mean that she would take that and then push that onto her kids too. She would more than likely let them grow up doing the choices that they feel they want to do at the end of the day. But I hear what Tommy's saying. Do I think it's fair? Not necessarily so. Do I think it was an excuse to get out of that whole situation? Yes, I do. So then we get to Demi and Ollie's wedding day. This one I was waiting for, my people. I was waiting for this one because I was shipping Demi and Ollie for the whole of this series. Let me just tell you, for the whole of this season, Demi and Ollie is my number one, like to hell and high water and back. Yeah, let's just put it that way. So you can kind of see when Demi's completely overthinking everything, and you can see Ollie overthink too. And this is why I say these two are so similar, yeah, with each other, but they deal with certain situations differently too. So Ollie's feeling overwhelmed, which is natural. Demi says that Demi's kind of disappointed because when they separated, they did talk about how, like, you know, that we'll be in touch with each other, we'll FaceTime, for those 3 days until we see each other again. And Ollie was all on board. But Demi was basically saying that they hardly had communication since leaving the apartment. And I was like, okay, Ollie, you dropped the ball on that one, my guy, because this woman's potentially thinking about marrying you, and you literally separate from her and then forget all about her. Don't really have that communication with her. So what the hell went wrong there? Because at the end of the day, if you want her to be saying yes to you, you need to literally be on that, showing her that you miss her, showing her that you love her, showing her that you can't wait to see her, so she doesn't have any doubt in her mind that you are not the one for her at the end of the day. So that's more for Ollie at the end of the day, from in my books. Still love you, Ollie, but that's more for Ollie. So that gave Demi basically time to reflect, and basically she said it was a hard one for her. And I mean, for Demi, it would have shown, as I said, the effort, any type of effort. Even her sister did turn around and say to Demi that she thinks she's overthinking it. Demi says her head and her heart are not aligned right now, and she doesn't know which one will win out until she's actually walks down the aisle and sees Ollie, and then she will make her decision then. So even Ollie's friends was talking to him and says that he completely overthinks and that he needs to stay calm and be with the journey. Each time people talk about this, it's like, it's because we haven't known each other for so long. That's the concept of the show, though. That is the context of the show. You don't know each other for that long at the end of the day. So Ollie's dad goes to see him before the wedding. I was like, oh my God, what does we never say if we've got to meet Ollie's dad? Got to meet Ollie's dad. As socially awkward as he is as well, he's the same as Ollie. So I'm thinking, okay, so that's where Ollie gets it from. So Demi looked stunning. Demi was basically saying she isn't setting her decision right now, and her mum does turn around and give her good advice. So when they walk down, her dad walked her in, and this is what I mean about first looks, people. Ollie gave the perfect first look. He looked at her as if to say, damn, that's my woman. He gave her the proper I love you look. My God, you look gorgeous. And even when they got down to him, he said, look at you. And she said, well, look at you too. That's what we need. You see that kind of interaction there when the person was down? Not the stayed reaction that Stephen and Tom gave, yeah, but the full on reaction. If you're feeling it from here, give that Ross reaction. Otherwise, don't bother. Anyway, so Demi says her vows, and they were really good vows, but gave absolutely nothing away as to what her decision would be. Ollie's vows were very heartfelt as well. And then the rotted leave it on a Ross cliffhanger. I was not happy with that. Left me on the edge of my rotted seat, yeah, for me to then have to go to the next episode, yeah, to see if Demi actually said yes to the man. So that, my people, is where this episode ended. I'll be back in quick succession with the next episode. As I always say, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button so you know when I do videos. Please comment, like, share, and do all good things that you do, because I am on the road to 1K. Speak to you all soon. Peace out, my people.